What's up everybody, Brad here with the Money Dad channel. In this video we're going to be looking at the stock chart for AMD, that's Advanced Micro Devices, because there is a pattern shaping up on this chart that looks very bullish. It looks like there's a lot of upside potential here for this stock going forward. So we're going to be doing some technical analysis for a short-term trade on this stock. Probably over the next couple of weeks. I expect the time frame to be maybe a week, as short as a week, upwards of a couple of weeks. For the long-term investor, this doesn't really apply as much. This is bullish activity in my opinion, so if you are a long-term investor, then great. You know, this is probably good information for the short term for you, but this is more for a short-term trade, like I said, week to a couple of weeks. So let's jump into the chart and take a look at what I'm talking about here. So I've got TradingView pulled up on the screen. We're looking at candlesticks on the chart. We're zoomed in very far. I'm just going to zoom out. I like to start zoomed in to kind of give perspective to what we're looking at here as we zoom out. So every candlestick here represents one day. So we're going to zoom out and look at the last few months to half a year or so. So we can see that the stock, just like the entire stock market, really has been in this decline since the beginning of the year. And now what it looks like is we have found some support at this $84 range, right? We've got let me get my little drawing brush out. You can see we went down and we stopped here, came up, came back down and stopped again right there, and now we're heading back up. This is what is called a double bottom. And let me go ahead and hide the volume profile down there to make it easier to look at. But basically what we're looking at with these candlesticks is what's called a double bottom. You can see how this area right here and this area right here, they both kind of just bottomed out at that same range, that $84 range. So this starts to create really good support at that level, $84. It's a psychological level that traders, stock market traders look at, and they say this area has acted as support twice in the very recent past. So it's likely to act as support again if we drop down. So that is a bullish indicator. That kind of means that this is a strong floor. But what this also means is we're starting to create a bullish looking pattern here called a double bottom. And a double bottom is, let me clear off these drawings. A double bottom is when you have these 2 points, right? And it's coming down. It's in a bearish trend, so we're coming down into it. And you have that point there. You come up. You have another point there, and it creates what kind of looks like a W. And we project to the upside based on the size of this W. This is called a reversal pattern. A double bottom is a reversal pattern with a pretty good likelihood of reaching our price target based on historical trends. So as long as we break above the top of the middle of this W, there's a pretty good chance that we're going to head to the upside. And we can find that price target by measuring the size of this W. So how we do that is we just get our line right here for our bottom. Let's go ahead and get our little line right there. Okay, and then we get another line up here for the top of that W. It looks like it's right about there, right? So now we have kind of our channel that our double bottom created, right? So we just measure the size of this channel, right? So if the bottom was at $84 and the top of the channel, the top of the W is at 99.5, then we just measure between the two. We know 99.5 minus 84 is about $15.5, right? So we project to the upside $15.5. So let's get our little measuring stick, go 19.5, and go up. What did I say? 15.5? Or was I saying 84, yeah, $15.50, right? 15.5, right about there, pretty close. Feel like Bob Ross right now drawing on a canvas, right about there. It looks great. Put a little tree right there. So our price target to the upside looks like it's going to be $115, right? So I'm just going to get my little text box out and put a little text box right there to remind myself that this is our price target, 115. Price target based on double bottom projection, something like that. I'll write it on there so that I don't forget that we have a price target right here, right? Price target based on our boom support, create that W, and then head to 115. That is the idea. Now, of course, nothing in the stock market is guaranteed. Nothing is 100%. But you know, these kinds of things, these patterns, they wouldn't be patterns if they didn't work, right? It's not 100%, but when we meet all the wickets, all of the kind of requirements that we're looking for, there's a very good chance that this is going to happen, right? We've seen the double bottom play out. Now we need to see us break above the top of this W, right? We need to get above that $99.50, right? If we break $100, which is also another psychological level, I would be a buyer on this stock for a short-term trade. Again, remember I was saying at the beginning of this video, this is not a long-term projection. This is looking like a week to a couple of weeks maybe. And I wouldn't be a buyer until we break 100. Now that said, we are at $94 right now. So if you are already in, that's a lot more upside for you, which is, hey, that's a great thing. And then the other thing we want to see is volume, which AMD has had plenty of volume lately, right? This volume profile has been just off the charts. Look at the volume down here at the bottom of the screen. You can see it was pretty normal through 2021 at this regular level. We had a big spike in August of 2021. And it kind of flattened back out. And then look at what has been happening lately. The volume has just been insane, especially over the last couple of days. Ever since this earning call that they had on May 3rd, when they had what looks, you know, when you look at the numbers, I don't know about the projection because I didn't listen to the call, but if you look at the numbers, they beat on earnings to the upside by 24%, and they beat on revenue to the upside by 17.5%. That's a very good report, quarterly report. Again, don't know what the projection was, which can play a big role. But on May 3rd, they threw out some pretty good numbers in their quarterly report, and volume just went off the chain from there. Went off the chart, I guess I should say. So volume has been huge since that earnings call on May 3rd. In fact, if I look up the top volume gainers, AMD was number one today. The most volume today, so the most shares of any stock in the stock market traded today, May 16th, was AMD. That's pretty nuts. So volume is definitely there. So there's a lot of attention here. So I'm not the only one, I guarantee you, that has noticed this double bottom. A lot of people will be looking for it. And when it breaks 100 or even 99.5, there's going to be a frenzy of buying, I would imagine. Now that said, here's a big risk. If we bump our heads up against this 99.5 and start to break down, there's going to be a lot of selling. I can almost guarantee it. Just because a lot of people are watching this pattern, and any sign of weakness is going to be a bad thing, and they're going to get out, right? So it can go both ways. That $99 to $100 range is going to be crucial, so I'll be watching for that. Now, if we start to head to the downside from here, if this double bottom kind of breaks down and it just becomes, you know, it's not a thing because we just head down from here, we will be looking at this $84 range to act as support, right? It's acted as support twice in the very recent past, we need it to act as support again. If it breaks down under 84, that's going to be bad news for AMD. Now, if it acts as support and we bounce off of 84 again, head to the upside, that's going to be what is called a triple bottom, which is even more bullish because it means that this $84 level has acted as support 3 times, which is an extremely strong level of support at this point, right? So even more bullish at that point, but we will cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose, right? I'm running out of metaphors to throw at you guys. So that's what I have for AMD. Please let me know what you thought of this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. We do stock chart pattern analysis like you saw in this video. I also have some tutorials on my channel. I also do a little bit of fundamental analysis. I got some of that stuff. So if you like any of that stuff, if you're interested, hit that subscribe button. Help me out. And let me know down in the comments below what you thought of this analysis, what you think of AMD going forward. If you think this double bottom pattern is legit, is valid, please let me know what you think of my analysis kind of methods here. And I didn't get into any of the fundamentals at all. This wasn't a video about the fundamentals. So if you have any good information on those fundamentals, throw it down in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. All right, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks.